not about who you are, Caleb. It's about who they'll let you become.
Okay, let's talk about Westworld. I am Beth Alderkin, and we're going to chat about that major reveal that Westworld just dropped in episode 3.
The system runs a predictive algorithm. Given your history of depression, your mother's mental illness, your proficiency with firearms, and your fondness for the ocean, the most likely outcome is you take your own life.
That might sound kind of far-fetched, but it becomes a little bit scary once you realize that predictive algorithms are already here and have a much bigger hold on you than you might think. So to join me to talk about this, I have invited Shoshana Wadinsky, who is a Giz Tech reporter and covers everything related to data collection and privacy. I wanted to start by talking about, what are predictive algorithms?
Yeah, sure. So predictive algorithms are exactly like the name suggests. They're predictive. They're predicting what you're going to do next based on an algorithm that kind of compiles everything that you've done in the past. Basically, all of our digital devices, that includes things like phones, like tablets, like TVs, all of these things are very real and compiling very real data about you from every second of every day.
So what are the predictive algorithms trying to do? Because in Westworld, it's trying to control your whole life, but that doesn't sound like that's what's happening here.
The main goal of most predictive algorithms is just to sell you shit. It's like, okay, is this person male or female identified? What ethnicity are they? What's their income? What can they afford? It's that kind of thing. So not only can it predict what you might need, but it can also kind of manipulate the behavior and what you're going to do next.
On like a more serious note, I use a period tracking app like a lot of people who get periods do. And a lot of them also have fertility tracking, whether or not we actually use it. So based on what you're saying, based on all those things, my data profile, since, my age, my gender identity, the fact that my peers are having kids, are you saying that it's going to think I want to get pregnant and then start marketing that to me?
Yeah, oh my God, 100%. They're incentivized to market you pregnancy products because parents in general are a really kind of valuable client. It doesn't just stop there. A lot of the underlying tech that's used to kind of monitor people for marketing purposes can also be used to create things like social scores.
They say it's a meritocracy. The system picks the right people for the right job, which is great, I guess, but I don't know where that leaves the rest of us.
Well, I know in Westworld, social scores are a big thing with Caleb and his associates trying to boost up their numbers. And that's like in China, where they have been testing social credit system where citizens are ranked based on public and online behavior. And, much like Westworld, a bad score can stop you from getting a job, using public transportation, or even throttle your internet. But that's not happening here.
Yeah, it kind of is. In my research, I've seen, again, these kinds of data providers that will offer things like desirability scores and will be able to go to marketers and say, hey, we have a really desirable audience for you because they live in a good neighborhood and they spend a lot of money and, I don't know, maybe they're white. These companies have the ability to do that. It's a little bit different than what might be planned in China or what's happening in Westworld, but the idea is the same.
Almost looks like it makes sense from up here. All you see is the order of it, the plan.
Your plan, you mean?
So looking at bigger picture, there's that scene in the first episode where we learn Insight Inc., the company behind the big data ball, is, they help design modern Los Angeles using predictive algorithms. Is that something that we're seeing too?
So Uber, rideshare company, will map out the paths that drivers take throughout major cities and then give that information to city planners so that they can plan infrastructure in the future.
So do you think we're going to become like William, Caleb, or the other humans in Westworld that have our whole lives mapped out for us?
I mean, I don't cover Westworld as closely as you do, but I do cover the data privacy space. And I can tell you that the end game for a lot of these companies is to monetize and make a consumer out of us basically every second of every day. The idea of being able to make money off of you before you wake up or even before you're born, it's like why wouldn't they want to do that?
It's kind of the dream right there. Well, not for us, but maybe for select people.